Nintendo has done a pretty good job avoiding the infection, the virus of the SJWs. But that doesn't stop them from trying with all their might to try to infect Nintendo with their virus. So, Breath of the Wild sequel may finally do right by Zelda. A chance for a new type of story. Now, let me just preface this. I haven't played Breath of the Wild, so I can't speak on it from that type of viewpoint, but I'm going to go ahead and read what this person is talking about in this article, because Patricia has some very interesting things to say about the sequel for Breath of the Wild. When Breath of the Wild was originally teased back in 2014, fans mistook Link's slender, hooded figure for a woman. Alas, she's saying, alas, it was a fake out. Zelda was definitely in the game, but she wasn't playable, nor was Link a woman. Link wasn't a woman! This is horrible. The misogyny of Nintendo is just insane. It's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible thing. Obviously, Nintendo hates women. They didn't make the main character a woman. They hate women. Bad Nintendo. Here we are years later, and once again, a teaser trailer has got some people's hopes up. Once again. So brave, so beautiful. The speculation floating around right now is all about what the trailer shows and focuses on. Zelda has a shorter haircut now, which could be useful for adventuring. They're really reaching right now, aren't they? We see her traveling with Link as they dive deeper into God knows where. Zelda gets way more screen time than Link during the brief teaser, which is obviously just amazing. That blows my mind. I'm glad that Nintendo is finally learning from their mistakes. At one point, it seems possible that Link is grabbed by whatever malevolent force is animating the corpse in the trailer, as noted by speedrunner Orchestra. Zelda even seems like she's alone at a couple of points. She's alone? Zelda is alone? Oh my goodness! This could be huge! Could it be? Will we finally be able to play as Zelda? This is cringe. This is so cringy. The amount of reaching and desperation that this person has for Zelda to be a playable character is honestly just really, really cringy. Why are you this desperate? I don't understand. Don't you have better things to do with your life than write articles basically showing just how desperate and needy you are to play Zelda? This is Link. He gets grabbed by a wisp. Please tell me he gets captured and we play as Zelda. Oh man, I hope to get my hopes up here. I hate to get my hopes up here just to be disappointed once again. Yeah, if I can't play as Zelda in Breath of the Wild sequel, I'm gonna cry. I am actually gonna find my safe space and I'm gonna cry, and then I'm going to do whatever I can to fight the misogyny for sure. Because I respect women. But I can't help it because Breath of the Wild is explicitly about Zelda's inability to be a hero. The hero, sorry. As you collect memories, you see that Zelda wishes she could save Hyrule on her own without Link's help. Zelda even seems to resent Link at times, as Urbosa says at one point. That boy is a living reminder of her failures. One memory has Zelda reprimanding Link for accompanying her while she visits a shrine. It seems that I'm the only one with a mind of my own. She snaps. And of course, none of this is really that big of a deal, but the SJWs love to take this type of stuff and just blow it out of proportion and make it into something that it's not, which is always obviously the most annoying thing about the SJWs, is that they take things that aren't even a big deal, and then they just infect it with their virus, pretty much. It's a heartbreaking tale, especially as you see Zelda spending time strategizing and getting ready for the big threat, and yet destiny denies her. She's not the hero of time. She can't even use the tools she needs to enter the shrine simply because of who she is, even though she spends hours praying to the spring of courage, eyes full of tears. This is so poetic. Patricia the Poet, let me tell you. By the end of the story, Zelda does contribute hugely to the war effort. After all, she holds Ganon back for ages while Link messes around in the overworld. But even so, I was left wishing she could contribute in the way she wanted to. Actively, in the trenches, no different than Link. Actively, in the trenches, no different than Link. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point of these SJW weirdos. They don't want to admit the fact that there is biologically, okay, I'm not just talking about social construct or anything like that, but biologically there are differences between men and women. And those differences are good. Okay, men have strengths and weaknesses that women don't, and women have strengths and weaknesses that men don't. We are different in that sense, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with that. It's just the way that biology works, okay? And I don't have a problem if they put Zelda actively in the trenches fighting beside Link, then great. If they don't, because of story reasons, then great. Whatever they need to do to tell a good story, I am fine with it, It's just insane. It's actually insane. And the problem is that if they had actually put Zelda in the trenches fighting with Link, then they would take it an even further step, and they'd be like, well, she isn't more powerful than Link, or something along those lines. They would find some way to try to tear down Link so that they can make Zelda seem like the badass hero or whatever. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane. All of this is just ridiculous. Patricia, your article is garbage, and it's really cringy. It's really cringy. Anyway, Nintendo has always done an amazing job with their stories and with the worlds that they build and stuff. Nintendo, just stay on your course. Just keep doing what you're doing, because you are doing an amazing job, and you don't need to listen to these SJW freaks. You just don't. Just keep doing you, and you will be fine. You'll be fine. You will have the support from the majority of the people who aren't like these people. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this story? What do you think about this article? And I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later.